Hello and welcome to another episode from BJJ Labs. In this video we're going to be covering one of the most overlooked parts of Jiu-Jitsu. That's the wrestling that's very applicable to BJJ. So here we go. Technique number 1, the ankle pick. A great drill to develop your wrestling for BJJ. So my student here grabs my ankle. I hop if I have to. I turn, I base out on both hands. I look over my right shoulder, which will help me torque my entire body, and I escape. And I end up back on my feet. So once again, this time I shoot for my student's ankle. I've got the ankle pick. He turns, spins, and faces me. Once again, I've got the ankle pick. I wait for him, he bases, turns, and ends up facing me. So let's watch that again really slow. I step outside towards the leg I'm about to attack. My hand is on his shoulder. I step in while keeping pressure on his shoulder, and I get that ankle and I lift it straight up. I lift the ankle leg straight up off the ground. To prevent him from escaping, I'll pull him into me. I've got both hands on his ankle, and he bases and he spins. That's the technical way of the ankle pick. So here my student does it to me. I base, spin around. Yeah, always end up facing him. Once again, he ankle picks me. I base, turn, spin around, end up facing him. Technique number 2, the double leg. Very common, everybody knows. Another great takedown for BJJ. So here my student goes for the single. A bit lazy with the single. He turns it into a double, hands behind my knees. He cuts the corner, and I'm down. So let's see that again. I'm going to shoot in the double. I turn it into a single. I've got his leg trapped. I turn him, and a single leg takedown. Now let's see that again in slow motion. I step in with the lunge step, the initial step. This covers distance. It's very important. The timing is right and the balance is right. As I step in, I'm attacking that back leg. I grab it with my right hand and I use that back leg to pull me into him. So now I'm completely landed in. I base on my left. My head is outside his hip. So I'm in a good position. I stand up and I keep that single with me. I keep that leg trapped between my legs. And I go back and I turn him. As I turn him, I apply pressure with my right shoulder and drive him to the ground, all using that right shoulder while hugging that leg. Single leg takedown. Okay, let's see that in real time. I shoot in, pull him back, cut the corner, turn, and shoulder pressure and down. Here's a high crotch double leg, also very effective in BJJ. Here we see it again, slow motion. I come in. My hips are the same level as his hips, and they're quite high off the ground compared to the previous one. I grab behind his legs, and as I lift him, I pull his legs in, but I push my hips forward and I lift my legs. All three things together, that gives me a lot of elevation. I can lift him really high and take him down that way. A very good, effective takedown in BJJ. Here's another angle, double leg. I cut the corner, end up on top. Let's see that again in slow motion. I change levels, I shoot in, base, turn him, and right on the top. Very effective takedowns for BJJ. Here my student shoots in for a double. My hips are a bit free, so I'm able to scramble out. Free my hips, the hips are free, the legs can go as well. Here I shoot him on him, takedown, and double leg. Important to note, as I take him down in this one, my knees pinch his legs together. They clamp down on him so he can't recover guard. So as I'm laying on him, my knees are kind of grasping his knees as well. Here's a waist takedown. I shoot him for the clinch. I lift him. Another effective wrestling-based takedown for BJJ. Let's see that again in slow motion. I shoot him for the clinch around the waist. A very old school BJJ takedown. My hands are behind his waist. My head is on his chest. I'm hugging him now constantly. I step in with my left to bring my hips closer to him. Very important to step in. And when I'm ready, I lifted my legs. As I'm lifting him, I'm turning him. So I'm looking over my right shoulder and I turn him. That creates enough leverage to take him down. So it's all technique. Once again in real time, hug, head, lift and turn. A great takedown for BJJ. Okay, technique number 3, very overlooked but very great, is the fireman's carry. So you shoot in for the fireman's carry over and head. With this technique, this drill is all about timing. Let's see it again, slow motion. So I'm stepped forward my left. I've got the same hand as his hand, same sides. I go in deep with my knee first and my shoulder is right underneath his legs. So I'm really deep and my left hand has got his right hand. I turn my entire body, and see that again. I turn my entire left leg to come right underneath him to get him off his feet. So you can see I'm completely underneath him. Grab behind his tricep, grab the leg, and I don't lift him, I just turn him. That's enough to get him off his feet and on the ground. So my student here will shoot in for a fireman as well. There you go. Fireman's carry. Got to be a smooth motion. So one more time, I shoot in for the step fireman, up and over. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed. Be sure to check out the other videos in the BJJ Labs series. If you're interested in wanting to know about classes, one-to-one or seminars or any queries in general, contact me on 0795 222 0173 or email me at bjjlabs@yahoo.com.